Good evening. They say you are what you eat, but I want to assert you are what you buy. Consumption, as defined by items purchased, used, I dare say consumed, for no more use in the future. Everyone here in this room consumes to an extent. And we label each other. We label with the clothes we wear, the houses we live in, the things we buy, watches, food, anything. And we as a people have the burden in this demand-style economy of choosing the future. As consumers, the things you buy today will shape the world of tomorrow. A quick example, the railroad industry. When the railroad industry was thriving, the car industry was still budding. And as the car industry and the automobile industry began to take foot in the United States, it slowly destroyed the railroads. Engines, steel, workers, skills, all moved away from the railroads to be put into the car industry. And today, very few people in this country actually travel by train. It's a fair guess to say that almost all of you have traveled here with a car today. This process is called creative destruction. It means that to come in with the new, the old must die. Certain businesses must fail so that new business must thrive. And your consumption choices, the consumption path you choose to take over the course of your lifetime will determine what goods are produced in the future. Are we going to move towards laptops? Are we moving away from personal computers? Where is the internet going? Things like that. Where is fashion going? And even in social issues, we see this as well. And this choice deeply influences my life. And I want to share with you something I do every day, which is consciously think about everything I buy. In terms of creative destruction, you have to ask, why does this happen? Why does something have to burn? Why does it have to lose? Why does someone have to lose their job? Why does an industry have to fail for another one to exist? It's very simple. We live in a zero-sum game. This game means that the gains of one person equate to the losses of another. This world, we have unlimited wants. Everyone wants an iPhone, a new car, a new shirt, a new house, bigger car, nicer things. However, we have finite resources, so not everyone can get what they want. And we have made a rationing mechanism, at least in this country, that is called bidding. The person who bids the most money, the most time, the most involvement, or even passion will get the item. All of you had to bid to get here today. You had to submit an application. You had to spend your time. You're still here. So the allocation mechanism is who cares the most. And in our ever-changing world, bidding determines how goods are allocated. One personal example that I want to share is how I viewed food. The world food market is a zero-sum game. To eat here means that other countries cannot eat. There's only so much food in the world. In short, when food prices go up, we might still have food. We might see a smaller, much larger price in the grocery store, in a restaurant, where we go out, but that change doesn't hurt us as much as other countries. That change might mean that a shipment of bananas, of meat, of poultry, something like wheat, that shipment will never make a country because they cannot afford the price of that food in dollar terms. Now think about that. This is one of the only countries in the world that eats themselves to death, while everyone else in the world is starving. And that's where I hold the moral choice. What you consume reflects, at least in my mind, your deepest moral standing. You must produce to make money. You must give a value to society in terms of production, service, something that other people value. And in this regard, where you spend your hard-earned money is your vote. It's your choice. It's where you want to see the future to go. So where you spend your money is going to say what you believe in. If you were buying an iPhone versus an Android, you believe in Apple. You like something about the Apple products. There is always something to be said about subjective preferences. But unfortunately, we label each other with it. And it always comes back to labeling theory. And in terms of these moral choices, we use labels to try to take shortcuts with information. As you all know, information is extremely costly. We're on a college campus right now because information is not free for all. Information takes time, it takes effort, it takes patience. But with labels, we can quickly get wherever we need to be. This is a great product. This is a bad product. This restaurant is magnificent. This restaurant is somewhat okay. We look at that relative to prices and make quick mental shortcuts. And these heuristics and these schemas will actually allow us to consume in a way that's efficient and easy. You know exactly where you want to go for dinner. You know exactly what you like, and you know that due to not only quality, but the price. And my solution to this, or my challenge for all of you tonight, is to think about not only what you buy, but how you buy it. Think about the far-reaching ramifications. Think about what happens when you buy too much food, throw it away. Think about what happens when you buy more shirts than you need. Think about everything you do in your life and think, what is really necessary? One of my teachers from high school, which I did not like this quote at the time, but now I've come to love it. It says, you must live simply so others can simply live. And I had to mature a lot to actually realize what it was saying. And with this, I will end with Malcolm X, because if you're not thinking, you're going to be doing some interesting decision making. Malcolm X once said, be careful about what you believe or what you think. Because if you listen to the newspapers, you'll be loving those who are doing the oppressing and hating those who are being oppressed. The same goes with your consumption. Think about what you buy. Be ready to defend what you buy. Think about the clothes you wear. Think about the car. Think about the house. For the rest of your life, you're faced with a choice. There's always a voluntary choice. Should I consume this good or this good? Do I need a larger house? Do I need a smaller house? Do I need to keep up with the Jones? Do I need to keep up with my neighbor? Do I need to outperform others to show them that, well, I have status? So this is the one thing that, at least in my mind, this is my idea that I want to create or place the seed in all of you to think about, how far does my consumption choice actually go? How far does it reach? Because I think all of you have a global impact, yet you don't know it. Thank you.